Hello everyone, Giggity Squad here, and today I'm going to show you how I'm able to do so much damage in P4. We're looking at the team that I'm using for this setup. You'll notice that it is wedge led, and in this case it's wedge led so that we can get benefit from his leader ability. And what we're looking at here is basically all three things. Everything in his leader ability is just fantastic for this run. The extra offense, we're using an entire rebel squad, so they get that. The life recovery on crit, which is a huge thing, and is why I'm able to do this team without having a dispeller or a healer, because they can pretty much crit heal through anything that the AAT can throw at you. So the other thing here is the turn meter on critical hit. This is going to help your AoE when it comes to using either Lando or Wedge for taking down most of the turrets. I say most because we are still going to try to leave one turret up. Okay, so here we've got Wedge, Biggs, our Wiggs team, Lando for more AoE, Scarf Rebel Pathfinder. Okay, again, I cannot stress enough, Scarf Rebel Pathfinder is a beast in this round. He doesn't do jack for damage, but the fact that he throws down offense down, and the fact that he resurrects with more percentage health life for more rebels that are alive, he literally, he just keeps popping up. It's ridiculous. Okay, and then Leia, Leia's got the 2 times multiplier for crit. It's actually 25% that it adds to you, but it's noticeable. Instead of Leia on this team setup, if I had a 7-star Han Solo, I would also want to utilize him as well. But to be honest with you, Leia gets her buff off of her basic attack, which means that it's going to pretty much be up most of the time that she attacks. So let's go ahead and get started. And here's a disclaimer here. These runs, you might have to do a retreat and restart if things don't go right. You know what? Don't be afraid to do that. Even one tiny misstep, one miscalculated timing on anything can really affect the outcome of this. Now, we're coming into this battle with one of the turrets already half down, but that's okay because I'm still going to show you the concept of what I'm talking about as far as juggling the side turrets. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and target the top cannon and take it out, but I'm going to use, nice little red squadron strike. That's going to help take down the left turret just a little bit more. Again, I'm focusing on the top turret. I could care less about whether or not the others shoot me. I've got full life. Now for Leia, here what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just drop that turret right now. It's nice and easy. It'll save us some damage. Okay, using the Scarf Rebel Pathfinder, go ahead and debuff the AAT in the side turret. All right, he's going to shoot, blah blah blah. Okay, scary dots. All right, so now fight the urge to use your AoE. Okay, I'm telling you, it's better for the long run. All right, just give him some straight damage. We don't want to do any more AoE until we can actually see the other turrets up, because that's going to help us juggle both of them down. Okay. Again, not really scared of the dots. I've got full shield, so it's really nothing to be concerned about right now. Resist the urge to AoE. It's not ready yet. Okay, let's get some hits in. You'll notice everybody's got that 2 times crit. Well, not anymore, not Lando anymore, but that's okay because it'll come back. Now we can AoE. But we're going to still try to take that top turret out first. It is the most important part in this, and this is the first thing that you always focus on. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's get some AoE in there. Okay, drop that top turret. Now again, that turret's left, so we're just going to go ahead and use Leia to drop it. Okay, keep shooting at the AAT. Now again, I'm going to re-explain to you, you don't want to topple the AAT. Notice I don't have any B1 droids out, and at the beginning of this fight, I didn't have any B1 droids out either. So once you drop the B1 droids, as long as you don't topple the AAT, you're going to be fine with those B1 droids. They are not going to cause an issue whatsoever. All right. With Leia, and timing her stealth, really it's on your decision as to what you want to do. I like to push it to the limit with her, just simply because it gives her that much more damage when she's in stealth and that one extra turn can sometimes give you up to 30, maybe 35,000 damage if all 3 hits crit. So, all right, we're moving along nicely here. We're at turn 10, so the pace is pretty decent. And we just keep shooting. Again, resist the AoE. We don't want to AoE unless there are 2 side turrets up. I mean, we can AoE right now, but realistically, we don't want the side turret to drop before the top turret. So again, focus the top turret, try to save your AoE so that when both side turrets are up, now's the time. Hopefully, close. Okay, so now we're looking at where Scarf Rebel Pathfinder is going to shine. And I say this because everybody's shields are beginning to drop a bit. He had quite a few dots. Oh, wow, yeah, he lost a huge chunk on that. Not really scared, though, because, again, I've got 4 rebels out here, and as long as he is buffed, he will come back. And as a matter of fact, in some cases like this right here, it would actually be preferable for him to drop, simply because it would be a real quick, easy way for him to get his life back. So again, not a big deal. Go ahead and drop him. Boom, right back up with more life. And just for insult to injury, there it is. Again, that's another reason why I love the Scarf Rebel Pathfinder. Okay, squeezing out as much damage as we can. Still on turn 8. We're getting some nice hits. Oh, okay. Oh, I probably should have stealthed on that one, but you know, live and learn. That was a pretty good hit anyways, so next time. All right, Lando's cooldown is almost up. Not the greatest run in terms of RNG factor. I mean, let's face it, Lando should technically be able to keep his little AoE thing going at full times. Now, here we are presented with a choice. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just stealth Leia right now because I still have some AoE coming with Wedge. Boom. Okay, now hopefully if Lando actually crits on that right turret, we'll find out. Okay, close enough, but still, we're within reach of being able to drop that turret with 1 hit, and it looks like I can even use the weaker Rebel Scarf Pathfinder, yep, to drop the turret. The side cannon, there we go, okay, and again, we just lather and repeat. Now you notice, I've been getting hit by these dots, but since these crits have been rolling, my life has pretty much been topped off. I haven't had to cleanse, I haven't had to worry about whether or not I've got too many status effects on me. Really, you know, again, this is Rebel Scarf Pathfinder and how short his cooldown is on his taunt and how survivable he is as long as he is buffed. Okay, again, lather, rinse, repeat. Okay, keep shooting. Again, debuff. Start making it hit like a wet noodle. Oh, crap. Okay, so again, you want to focus on the main turret. Sometimes I get a little overzealous, and this is one of those cases where you might want to consider, if you're, you know, worried about whether or not you're going to actually pass the run or not, this might be the time to consider restarting. I'm going to continue on this run just because I like the direction it's going, and if nothing else, it'll show you what it is to look for. Okay, again, resist the urge to AoE. The other side turret is not up yet, and we don't want to accidentally drop that side turret before the top one goes down. Otherwise, we run the risk of toppling it. Okay, again, now we can do AoE, except I'm going to go ahead and kind of help this AoE along. There we go. Put her back into stealth. Now we're at turn 4, so we're going to go ahead and try to push this to turn 2. Looking up here at his incendiary shells, he's got 1 cooldown left. This is where if you start looking at the cooldowns and his enrage timer up here, you know, that's where you have to juggle when you decide to go ahead and retreat. Now, finally, I've got an actual run where I can hit AoE and it should drop that left turret without, there we go, see, no problem. Okay, turn 3, we're gonna go ahead and, again, try to avoid the AoE. It's okay if it drops, you know, at this point it's actually better if it drops Rebel Scarf Pathfinder because he will come back with a lot more health than he's got right now. Okay. That's right. And right back up. Okay, so now we're at turn 2. Now this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and cross my fingers and start escaping. Now, up, he escape failed. So, if I were going to stop doing this video and try to show you a perfect repeatable run, at this point, I would actually come up here and retreat. But I'm not gonna do that because in this video, I'm just showing you guys what it is and how it is that I'm able to actually accomplish this. And again, resist the urge to AoE because you're setting yourself up for the next battle. Any damage that you leave on the AAT right now is gonna carry over to the next spot. So what you really need to be focused on is this top turret and where it's at in its turn meter, okay? So, since Scarf Rebel Pathfinder didn't die, again, since he didn't escape, I'm gonna continue with this run. And this might be a weaker run that I've seen in the past, but again, I've seen up to 1.2, 1.3 million damage per run in phase 4 using this team setup. And if you're able to actually get all 5 members to escape, you actually have the ability to repeat that damage more than one round. So you can see the survivability of this team. It's ridiculous, okay? So let's see what we end up with here. Just to kind of wrap it up. I know I'm a bit chatty on this, but this was kind of a, okay, again, resist the urge to AoE because we are, in fact, trying to set up for the next run. Push every last bit of damage out. Without putting yourself in danger, and that's the important part. We don't want to put ourselves in danger. Okay. All right, 2 side turrets. I can AoE. I can AoE again, and lucky hit, nice. Okay, he's gonna enrage here pretty soon, like the next turn, and he's just gonna drop them all. So don't even bother, since this is a kind of a suicide run mentality at this point. And, oh, look at that. He's actually gonna save the day, give me 1 extra attack round. See that, again, Scarf Rebel Pathfinder, you're a beast. Okay, avoid the AoE. The other side turret is not up. Okay, yeah, you know, but I expected that, and I'll just sit here and be able to whittle him down for a few extra hits that I wasn't normally gonna get because of that beast. Nice. And, oh, nope, good Lord. Okay, so now this is where we run into trouble. Really, I'm looking at the timer on the top turret. For my next team, I'm gonna know coming into the next battle that that top turret's gonna be up, not only up, but maybe have a little bit of extra turn meter, so it's gonna make it that much more important to drop that sucker as quick as possible. But again, we're gonna avoid the AoE unless both turrets are up, because we do not wanna put ourselves, well, maybe. Much better, oh, much better. Again, avoid the AoE, we're setting up for the next run. We do not wanna screw ourselves, and it's okay that everybody, oh, look at that. Okay, so I did that instead of getting the last hit because, again, setting up for the next run. So let's look at how well we did on this one. 1.16 million, and you know, I made an awful lot of mistakes in that run, but that pretty much is a breakdown of how I do P4 with that team and manage to get everything out. And you can see how we're, you know, and 5 runs a day, if you get that lucky hit where all 5 of them escape, if you repeat that 5 times, you're looking at well over 6 million damage per day on this run. So that was my run. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you next time, and we'll see about setting up another tutorial for phases 1 through 3 as well. I'm not as good at phase 1, but you know, I do know a few things. So, all right, guys, keep hitting that AAT. And yeah, well, if I could shut this off.